Hello all, Shadwell here, ready to talk about the next film in my collection, The Expend4bles 4 from 2023. It's directed by Scott Waugh and stars Jason Statham and Sylvester Stallone. Sure, I said this is called The Expend4bles 4, but the DVD cover menu and all the promotional material list the title as The Expend4bles, with the 4 standing in for the A. That just makes me giggle to say The Expend4bles. Well, like I said in the last review, this film is back to being R-rated after the franchise briefly dabbled in the PG-13 arena and found out, not so much. So back as the buckets of blood and multiple uses of the word fuck, which puts me aesthetically in a happy place. You may have noticed that I flipped the names of Jason Statham and Sylvester Stallone when I talked about who starred in this film, and that wasn't just to keep things new and fresh. That's because this film features the Stath a lot more than it features Sylvester Stallone. All I'm going to say about that is that Sylvester Stallone's Barney character that has led the charge for 3 The Expend4bles film was sidelined fairly quickly in this film. Now, what does that mean exactly? Well, seeing how it's a film franchise called The Expend4bles about a group of mercenaries who are sent in to do the thankless job of mercenarying all over the place when the United States government is in a tough spot, you can probably guess what happens to Barney. I don't know, this film is just more of the same. Splody times, bloody times, bullet spraying times, fisticuff times, and they even decided to throw in some sexy times, which means watching the Expend4bles franchise finally paid off by showing me the Stath without a shirt. Which actually helps me in my point that this film is much more of a Jason Statham vehicle than it is an ensemble piece. I mean, sure, we feature the rest of the Expend4bles, but the focus is on the Stath at least 70% of the time, and now that there's no Sylvester Stallone to share the spotlight, it feels much more like a Jason Statham movie, which, knowing my crush on Jason Statham, means I have absolutely no problem with this development. A Jason Statham movie with a boffo supporting cast? Sure, sign me up. Oh, and speaking about the supporting cast, the Expend4bles roster has gone down a lot since the Expend4bles 3. A lot of players got cut for the new season, and as long as they still played with some of the original members like Lundgren and Couture, I had no problem with this development either. But at the end of the day, this is more mindless fun that doesn't benefit the world around it through its existence, and so I'm giving the Expend4bles a B-. Tomorrow it's a series of trailers from a niche film distributor. It's called the Extra Weird Sampler. See y'all then.